What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data, and be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. We have a big block of news at 7:30 with a focus on continuous and initial jobless claims for the month of October, the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Survey for the month of October, and finally, retail sales for Control Group and X Autos for the month of September. At 8 o'clock, we have Fed Goolsbee speaking. And finally, at 8:15 and 9 o'clock, we have capacity utilization and industrial production for the month of September, and business inventories and some housing news for the month of August and October. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bullish and traded 91 points to the upside into a previous area of resistance. However, once the bulls failed to rotate price higher, the bears stepped in and price sold off 191 points to the downside and seeing a 173 bounce going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was just another exciting day for those addicted to the thrills of the NQ. And today was another day that the bears were used as fuel to rotate price higher, and the clapping in full effect. But this bounce did not come out of nowhere. Price did double bottom in an area of previous support, and from this area, the market traded up to 680. So if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 405. Because this level has been used as both support and resistance in the past, and it's highly likely that the bears will step up at this level to sell the retest. But if the bears fail to hold this level and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 430 and 460. However, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 300 and 270. Because this is the range where the bulls found support in yesterday's session, and it's highly likely that the bulls will step up in this area and buy the retest. But if they fail to hold this area and price continues to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 245. Now it's obvious that price is in a location where the bulls or the bears can take control and really move this market. The bulls did form a double bottom at today's lows, but that doesn't mean we should count out the bears, even though the odds are in the bulls' favor. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish and traded 18 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 41 points to the upside and seeing a slight sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, price traded to the downside and formed a double bottom at a previous area of major support. And when the bears failed to rotate price lower, we saw the bulls step in and began to make the rotation higher. So if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 895 and 900. Because this is the range where the bears broke structure to the downside, and I do expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. But if the bears fail to hold this area and price continues to trade higher, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 905 and 910. However, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 880 and 875. Because this is the range where we saw price break structure to the downside, and I do expect for passive buy orders to be resting in this area to buy the retest. But if the bulls fail to hold this area and price continues to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades back within a range between 865 and 860. Now it's obvious that the bears finally got their rotation down lower. But the question is, will the bears be able to retain their control now that price is traded back into a previous area of resistance? Or will the bulls come back in full force after we saw that double bottom at the lows of the session? So this will definitely be a fight for control of this market. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets started off the session slightly bearish and traded into a previous key area of support. Both markets had a massive rally that continued into the close of the session. And finally, both markets traded into a previous area of resistance going into the close of the session. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.